This video contains the main methodologies attackers use to gain access to WordPress sites. More than 43% of the sites on the internet are built on WordPress, and in this video, I am going to show you how hackers were able to hack WordPress sites within minutes, and thanks to Prime Security for making this video possible. WordPress sites are mostly compromised because of these issues, and I will explain them in this video. So let's start with the reconnaissance. There are multiple ways to check if the site is running on WordPress. You can use browser extensions like Wappalizer to quickly identify the tech stack. You can also open the page source code, and there you will often see WordPress-related paths like WP content, WP includes, or plugin directories. You can also use Google Docs to discover exposed or sensitive files on the server. This can help you find old backup files, configuration leaks, or enable directory listings that were never meant to be public. Now, once we know the site is running WordPress, we can move to automated scanning. One of the most known tools for this is WP Scan. WP Scan helps us perform deep WordPress enumeration. Instead of manually checking everything, it automates the process and gives structured output. It can detect the WordPress core version, installed themes, install plugins, and known vulnerabilities associated with those versions. During the scan, WP Scan detected that Xmlrpc is enabled on the site. Xmlrpc is a WordPress feature that allows remote communication with the website. First, we can send a normal request to the Xmlrpc endpoint to check which methods are available. This allows us to see what functions the server exposes through that interface. Some of these methods require authentication, meaning a valid username and password are needed. If you send a request with incorrect credentials, the response clearly indicates authentication failure. In many default configurations, Xmlrpc does not implement strict rate limiting by itself. If additional protections such as a WAF or login throttling are not configured properly, this endpoint can become a target for password-based attacks. So, after confirming that Xmlrpc is exposed or misconfigured, you can use WP Scan to perform password testing against valid usernames. You can also use specific parameters in WP Scan to reduce noisy output and make the scan more controlled. Once the correct credentials are identified in an authorized testing environment, you can use them to log into the WordPress dashboard. However, WP Scan can be slow sometimes, especially during aggressive plugin enumeration. The output can also become very noisy depending on the scan configuration and verbosity level. Another tool focused on WordPress reconnaissance is WP Probe. WP Probe is designed for faster initial fingerprinting and quicker vulnerability checks. It focuses on identifying WordPress components and efficiently mapping them against known CVs. If you want faster initial results during reconnaissance, especially in controlled lab testing environments, WP Probe can speed up that early discovery phase. So now let's start testing the first site. The first thing I did was plugin enumeration using WP Scan. During the scan, I identified that the website is using a plugin called File Away. It's a WordPress plugin that handles file management and downloads. After identifying the plugin, I searched for publicly disclosed vulnerabilities related to it. That's when I found Information Disclosure Vulnerability, which describes a missing authorization check that allows unauthenticated arbitrary file read. Now let me explain how this vulnerability actually works. In WordPress, a nonce is a security token used to prevent CRF attacks. A nonce is not authentication. It only verifies that a request originated from the expected context. When visiting the website's homepage, the plugin exposes a JavaScript object in the front end. Inside that object, you can see the AJAX endpoint, a publicly accessible nonce value. Since this nonce is embedded in front-end JavaScript, any user, authenticated or not, can extract it. That's the first weakness. The plugin uses the WordPress AJAX endpoint, When a request is sent to this endpoint with this request, the server processes the request. The plugin verifies the nonce, but it does not properly verify user capability. So any unauthenticated visitor can interact with this endpoint. When the request is processed, the plugin generates a downloadable file link. Internally, it uses a reversible weak algorithm to encode the file reference before returning the download URL. I will use nuclei template to demonstrate this. After the scan is completed, it shows the site is vulnerable. So let me show you another site. After analyzing that site on WP Probe, I found out that it is using Depictor plugin, and this version is vulnerable to SQL injection. To test this, I will use union-based attack to confirm if the site is vulnerable to SQL injection or not. So as you can see, union-based attack works. So now to prove this, I will extract the database information from there. This confirms that site plugin is misconfigured. That's all for today, guys. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a comment and tell me what topic you want next. I'll see you in the next one.